I am at the beginning of Hole in the Rock Road in northern Utah, right outside of Escalante. And I'm at the Grand Staircase-Escalante National Monument. I've never been here before, and I've always wanted to come because along this long and dusty road, which I'm going to show you in a second, there's a number of interesting things that I've never done. Slot canyons is a great example. I've never in my life seen a slot canyon. I'm hoping to see one over the next 3 days. Now, tonight I've decided to stay at a local hotel because it's been about 6 days since I've showered. I really need a nice bed to sleep in, at least for a night. But then for the next 2 nights, I'm going to be camping down this road somewhere. So it's going to be a really cool experience. I'm going to be out of cell phone range. I'm literally going to be out in the middle of nowhere. If I'm lucky, I'm not going to see a lot of people, but given the fact that I've seen a lot so far this year, it's been a very popular travel season. So that's good for the U.S. economy. It's good for the national parks. It's good for everyone. It's just sometimes it gets a little loud, right? But we deal with it. So anyway, we're going to go down and we're going to take a look at Zebra Slot, which is about 8 miles down. Now, I stopped at the visitor center earlier and they said that it could be flooded because 2 or 3 days ago, as I personally know, we've had a lot of rain in this area. And if it's in fact as flooded as they say, it certainly will be impassable. However, it's worth checking out. So I'm going to reset my odometer trip to 7.5 miles, and then we're going to check it out. So come on with me. Let's see if Zebra Slot is something that we could actually gain access to today. It's going to be fun. Let's do this. I'm at the trailhead for the Zebra Slot Canyon here at Grand Staircase-Escalante National Monument. Now this is a 5 mile, 2.5 mile out, 2.5 mile back hike. My understanding is that it could be flooded. Don't know till we get there, but we're going to go ahead and see together. But just to give you an idea of what I'm looking at, this is a beautiful, beautiful area. And it's quiet. There's some other cars here. I saw a couple hikers depart before I did. So 2.5 miles. Hey Siri, start outdoor walk. Okay, I'm in my first mile. Weather's still a little bit threatening. The wind has picked up a little bit. No rain though, and hopefully this just blows over. And even if it doesn't, I don't think it'll be too bad. But look where I'm entering this beautiful little wash here, where at one point the water just kept eroding this down to the surface that you see here today. This is just small compared to things with like the Grand Canyon and stuff, right? But just look at how pretty and picturesque this is. Even the dark clouds notwithstanding, it's a pretty, pretty area here. So we still have about another 1.5 miles to go. I'm doing good. Doing good. Looks like there's some fencing or something up there. I don't know if it's private property or not, but let's not find out.
I want to hear you. Wow.
Okay here, not okay here. So far, so good.
We're coming.
That's my friend Laura and Carrie, both from Germany. I met them on the trail. Try it again. Laura's to the left, Carrie's to the right. I met them on this hike up. So I thought, I asked if I could accompany them because I've been doing stuff by myself this whole time. So
Getting deeper quickly. Better there.
slippery too.
Oh, it's getting cold. Oh yeah. Ooh. And the sand is
Yeah. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm here at the trailhead for Spooky Slot Canyon and the Peekaboo Canyon. Just want to give you an idea of what this place looks like. There's Ruby over there. Got the mountains in the background, and basically this whole field of canyons over here. The sign isn't too promising. Spooky Slot Canyon, extremely narrow. If you have trouble fitting your body between these posts, do not proceed. Alright, let's see if I can fit my body. Well, I can certainly fit, but I'm going to have to take off all my gear, so it's something to keep in mind when I move forward. And here it says where we're going to be going, and I do have a map with me just in case. Finally, permits and registration. Should be interesting, to say the least. All right, let's do this. It is 7:09 in the morning. I am the only one here at the Upper Dry Fork Trailhead, so it's kind of nice to get a start without a lot of people. I'm about 25 miles down Hole in the Rock Road, which, if you notice, I'm crossing the road right now, is all this type of stuff. It's all washboard sand. It took me about an hour to get here. It was not a pleasant drive, let's put it that way. Right away, the trail at least went somewhere that maybe we need to go. Alright, we're coming up to a sign here. Looks like we're on the right path. Upper trailhead, lower trailhead, and then of course the slot canyons. So we're going to go that way. And they do recommend that you do this in a loop, one direction, the direction I'm going, because if you go the opposite direction, there's a chance, because if you remember, you know, if you can't fit through that slot, you probably shouldn't go. It would be possible for two people to meet each other coming from opposite directions, and then you're in an impasse, which would then be a very big problem, right? So this is the direction we want to go, clockwise. Don't go counterclockwise, or else you might meet somebody and end up spending a lot of time with them as folks come in to rescue you and try to get you unstuck. So you don't want to be that guy. Well, it looks like I picked wisely. Now it looks like we're going down into a small canyon. So let's get down here in one piece, be safe about it. Since I'm wearing sneakers. There we go. All right. Just a small piece of it, I think, because we're not even a mile in yet. Let's look at the sandstone. Isn't that cool? Water forced this at some point. Caught myself. The sand is slippery. All right, this will be fun. Alright, so this sign here says Peekaboo is over behind me and Spooky's half a mile that way. Now, as I walk into the shade here, you're going to see straight ahead of me here. I believe I need to climb up that wall to get into that canyon. I think that's Peekaboo. And I'm okay with that. It's just it's going to be a challenge with the camera. Not sure how that's going to work. It might not. I might have to, well, look at that. Yeah, I'm going to have to climb up that wall to get into that slot canyon. But do you think I can do it? Let's take a look closer. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to have to be very careful about it. And I'm not confident I'm going to be able to use a camera. So I'm going to turn the camera off to climb up there. And then once I make it up that, I will turn the camera back on and we'll see what Peekaboo. Well, here's the deal. I made it up this far. You can see I came up a little bit. But the problem is, these aren't footholds. It looks like they're footholds, but they're not. And what's happening is that because I'm wearing sneakers with no treads, Skechers are horrible. Don't buy Skechers. Because there's no treads, I cannot get a grip on this sandstone. So I can get up here, but I cannot get up and over that. Too slick, no place to put feet. So I think I'm kind of left with rethinking this a little bit. Not that I don't want to get up there, it's just I'm not sure how to do it. I might have to come up with a creative solution. So in the meantime, I think we'll take the half-mile walk to Spooky, check that out. Hopefully that isn't a really huge problem for me. And I hope this isn't going to be a problem with me coming down either, which it might be. Hang on, I'm jumping. Ugh. 60-year-old shouldn't jump. Anyway, yeah, we'll check out Spooky, and then there's got to be a way around this that's easier than what I'm looking at. So we'll do the Spooky one first, and then we'll come back and regroup, and I'll have some time to think. Yeah, that's fine. All right, I believe I've made it to Spooky slot. Remember what I was saying earlier about there's a certain loop they want you to follow. They want you to do Peekaboo first, and then Spooky. Well, obviously we're not going to do that. So I'm hoping at this time of day I'm not going to run into anybody, but I believe this is Spooky and it looks pretty narrow. Now if they do connect somehow, theoretically I should come out where I couldn't get up. So we're going to, you can see why they call it Spooky. It's dark. It's going to be narrow, so I'm going to have to take out my backpack at some point. So this is Spooky slot. I hope. Definitely got a different feel in here. Could be because the rocks are darker, I don't know. Okay. Here we have a problem when a boulder came down. So I'm going to squeeze through this. See why this is super narrow through here. Super narrow. Okay, see, I gotta take my backpack off. So where's your backpack off? Okay, I got my backpack off, and I'm gonna get through this little hole here. Let's see if we can make it through this way. Boy, this is super narrow. Look at this. I can see, wow. You see how narrow this is? Looking straight up. Oh my heavens. That is pretty wild, if you ask me. Try to get some behind shots too, just to show you how narrow this is. Widen these up a little bit. I don't know if it's narrow again. We don't know. Oh, there we go. Nice passage here. So I literally just took my backpack off and then put it back on, only to realize I've got to get through that. So my backpack's coming back off again, and we will squeeze through that little hole too. It's what makes adventures fun. All right, let's see. Let's give this a go. Boy, that's like super, super narrow, and it's chilly in here too. I need to take the hat off too. This is super narrow, folks. Oh. I'll eventually figure this out. This is that choke point where if you met somebody, it would not be good. It just continues to. Here, it's pretty spooky. You have to walk like crab because it's so narrow here. It's little by little, it's all you can do. After a while, your arms get tired too from holding stuff. Oh, here comes a corner here. Ooh, that's super tight. Definitely not for the claustrophobic. We'll take a break here for a second. Just for a second. Put that bag down. Because your hand gets tired after a while from holding stuff. This is cool though, isn't it? Just have to regroup a little bit here. I want to make sure I have my hat. And sorry if the video's all wobbly. It's hard to keep it all together sometimes. All right, here we go. Get a better view. I got debris up there, and this is going to be a narrow one too. Here we go. And I'm running up against the wall here. Wow. Oof, I'm glad it's easy. Sorry about the bobbly video. I got no hands free. There we go. Oh my heavens. This is a tight, tight fit. Super tight. We got it right this far. Oh, good. Water. That's not good. All right, I'm gonna have to put the camera on hold for a second. Wasn't expecting water in here. All right, by far that was the hardest part yet. I had to climb up and over this come down there over this water and up around this curve. So that was not an easy climb at all. So this is definitely a difficult slot canyon, but that is that there's a very precarious place right there. So if you're coming through this way, don't carry a big backpack like I am. I think that was a big mistake. So, all right. Going for the next section, which is extremely narrow as well. Oh, this must cut up and over around too. Wow. I was not expecting this kind of climb. No joke, I was not expecting this type of climb. So we gotta go up there. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I have to be able to do this because otherwise I'm stuck in a hole. Last thing we want is to be stuck in a hole. Alright. I might have to put the camera away because I'm going to need both hands. I'm sorry, this is getting... I mean, just look at what I'm coming through here. This is... Climb this button. Killing ourselves here. Again, I've got the world's worst sneakers. Doesn't help when they're bad. Oh, there we go. It's a challenge for sure. I am seeing sunlight, which is always promising. Sunlight is good. Oh no. Oh, that scared me. Oh my God, I thought that was a dead end. Oh my God, could you believe that? Okay. I could not believe that would be a dead end. That would be horrible. That would be messed up. I'm all scratched up. My arms are all scratched up. My knees are. I had to come up through there. And if you notice, this is a big rock fall. All this is rock falling from the edge here. And the only way to get through wasn't to climb up on the rocks, but to climb under. So there was all kinds of spiders under there, narrow spots. Yeah, I could. There's no way I could have done the camera at the same time. So I apologize for that. But let's be honest, that was maybe not something that you necessarily wanted to see. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping we're moving towards the end of Spooky. Not because it's not fun, just because I keep getting banged up. I'm going to have to buy a whole bunch of Band-Aids or something. You know. But, here we go again with the narrowness in the backpack. This is what happens when you have the backpack on. Let's see if I can squeeze. Nope. Creepers. There we go. Persistence and force. That'll do it. Now the question is, where is Peekaboo, and can I get to Peekaboo from the back route? The answer to that's probably yes. Okay, I'm at the back entry of Peekaboo. I was saying about going in the opposite direction isn't something advised, and I can see why, because a whole bunch of people just came out coming this way. And now I'm going to head in, and I just talked to somebody who said there's a whole family up here, so I'm not exactly sure how well this is going to work. We're going to give it a go and then see if there's some places where I can allow folks to pass, or if I can crawl up on a wall or something. But this is the Peekaboo. Jesus. This is the back way of Peekaboo. Couldn't go the other way because I couldn't get up the rocks. But we'll see if we run into somebody or not. Boy, I tell you, these sneakers are just got made for this. Problem with holding the camera behind me like that. Back down into this so I can show my stuff is in the front. Boy, that's about noisy, isn't it? Right, I made it out of that little tight squeeze. I had to take off the backpack. I don't know if they call it peekaboo because you have this little area here because it looks like it continues there. But maybe that's why. So peekaboo. Now I'm going back into slots again. I'll leave the backpack just the way it is, sloped on my, kind of over my shoulder because I don't know if I'm going to need to take it off again. We'll see here momentarily. Only for drinking. Here. See if we can get over. Down. Mix that up. Sorry if the camera's all jerky. Up or over. Which would you do? Oh, here are people. It's not good. That's not good at all. But isn't that pretty? Look at how pretty that is. The good news is we're at the end, so now it's a matter of getting to the entrance here and then somehow sliding down and not killing ourselves in the process. So it all worked out well today. We did Spooky Canyon first, Peekaboo second, so we did them in reversed order, which is not advised. So just because I did it, I certainly wouldn't recommend that you guys do that, especially if you're going to hike during the day. If you're going to hike during the day when there are other people hiking, you will run into people coming in the opposite direction. That could be a problem, especially in Spooky. So keep that in mind. But what a glorious adventure that was. That was on my quote-unquote bucket list. I've always wanted to do something like that, and I got to do it. It was amazing. So now we're gonna head back through the Dry Forks here, and we'll see what our next adventure is. So hope you guys are doing well. Happy trails.